and welcome again to WDT Media TV. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. Wow, Jamaicans, we're hoping that after last night's game, we'll be celebrating our qualification to the FIFA World Cup to be held in USA, Mexico, and Canada. But after 90 minutes plus 5 minutes stoppage time, it's Jamaica nil and Curacao nil. And that means Curacao won the group by 1 point and now secured their spot to the World Cup. And again, it condemns Jamaica to a playoff to be held in March next year in Guadalajara in Mexico. And it's really a bitter pill to swallow for Jamaicans who turn out to their numbers inside the stadium after what we can describe as trying to get something to celebrate after Hurricane Melissa, I beg your pardon, ravaged most of Jamaica. The Reggae Boys qualification was seen as hope or else something to celebrate, but wasn't meant to be because that nil draw against Curacao did the damage. But I found it surprisingly, I didn't heard it myself, but I heard a person saying that Coach McLaren said that when the Trinidad play for a draw. I found that shocking, knowing that a win against Trinidad would put us in a better state against Curacao because we would need a draw, not Curacao. Not sure if it is true, but I heard it said that he said that, but I didn't heard it myself, so I can't say it's so or not. But we heard that for you. But right now, Jamaica has been condemned to playoff, and again, Coach McLaren has announced his resignation from national team. I want to hear now. I want to join now that press conference where Coach McLaren announced his resignation.
Start with a few opening remarks before we open to members of the media.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just have a statement to read out, which I just wrote myself, and it's really from the heart. So I want to speak directly to the Jamaican people, the fans here and abroad, the players and everyone who has the Reggae Boys at heart. Over the last 18 months, I have given everything I have to this job, to this role. I carry the weight and the pride of this job with the deepest respect. Leading this team really has been one of the greatest honours of my career. But football is a results business. And tonight we've fallen short of our goal, which was to qualify from this group. It is the responsibility of the leader, myself, to step forward, take accountability and make decisions in the best interest of the team for them to go forward. After deep reflection and an honest assessment of where we are and where we need to go, I have decided to step down as the head coach of the Jamaican national team. This decision comes from respect, always the respect of the badge, always the supporters and the players. And sometimes the best thing a leader can do is to recognise when a fresh voice, new energy and a different perspective is required to move this team forward. I want to take this moment to really thank the players. I wish them luck in the playoffs in March. It really has been a privilege to coach them in all the camps and to have the ups and downs, which is football, the luck, unlucky, everything we've been through as the players have been fantastic. Bring great energy and attitude to the job. I want to thank the staff, and the staff really are the engine room behind the scenes. They've been absolutely fantastic from day one. I enjoyed working with them. I know they're all disappointed, like we are. I want to thank the fans for supporting us through the ups and downs. And as I said before, I'm positive this team will succeed in March. I want to thank the JFF for their support, especially Mr. Speed, who he brought me here 18 months ago. And I've worked with him especially closely over the last few months, and I thank him for his support, as well as the president, who has always been there for me and my staff when we come over, day in, day out. Finally, I want to make it clear, I've always said that leadership is a service. That's what we do. And tonight, I think I best serve this team by stepping aside and allowing someone else to take this team forward, which I know they'll succeed in March and in the future. There's so much talent and ability on this island and in the diaspora that it's only a matter of time. Things are developing, that they will succeed. So I thank you, Jamaica. I will be forever grateful to have led the Reggae Boys. It really has been an honour. Respect and one love to you all. And hope in the future to see you in the World Cup. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, everyone. The draw for the Inter Continental Playoffs will be on Thursday.
You have it there, and he took no questions from the media. He took no questions from the waiting media in Jamaica after that game. Normally, when a team plays at this level and the post-match press conference, normally you give your statement and then you answer, take questions from the media. But in this case, you announce his resignation and leave. And now that put Jamaica football down another spot. So the question is now, who will be the new coach for Jamaica? And tell us in the comment section, who do you recommend to be Jamaica's new coach at this point in time? Because McCarran has just quit as head coach. I know Jamaica will go in the playoffs with 5 other countries. And the 5 other countries are, we have Iraq from Asia, we have Congo from Africa, we have Bolivia from South America, Suriname from the Caribbean, and from Oceania it's New Caledonia. And based on the FIFA rankings, the top ranking teams in the playoffs will advance directly to the final of the playoff. That could be Congo and Iraq that advance to the playoff finals. And then now we'll have, so Congo, let's know, so Iraq is ranked 60th in the world, yes, followed by Congo, who is ranked 56th in the entire world. And then we have Bolivia, Jamaica, ranked 70th in the world. The third ranked team in the playoff is Jamaica. And then we have Bolivia, ranked 76th in the world, followed by Suriname, 121, and New Caledonia, ranked 148 in the world. So again, so Iraq and Congo, Congo advanced to this round by defeating powerhouse Nigeria on penalties. And Nigeria cried foul, saying Congo used Obia. Ridiculous. Congo used Obia to advance. But the fact is, the Nigerian team had issues with their federation over lack of pay or late pay and other issues internally. And the team didn't look all that committed in that game because of the internal issues were going on in between the national team of Nigeria and the federation. And it took a toll when they played Congo in that playoff. And then now the Congo coach actually trying to find excuse why they lost. and he chose the worst thing to say, that Congo used Obia and advanced to that round. But that is if you believe Haiti advanced to the finals to the World Cup. And nobody can say Haiti used Obia to advance because Haiti played well. The likes of Costa Rica, I think Guatemala and Honduras in their group. And Haiti topped that group against Central American teams. So are we seeing in our region that are guard shifting? Over the years, Jamaica and Trinidad has been seen as the top two teams in the Caribbean. But on paper, Trinidad, Jamaica is ranked high. But in practice, Trinidad was playing good in the qualifiers. So too Curacao and Jamaica, who was seen by many as the top rank in the Caribbean, is no longer automatic because Jamaica with the English-based players, and look at Curacao with Dutch-based players. And if you go to Africa with Congo, most of the players who born in Africa from the Congo, like who play for Spain, England, Germany, and France, and are returning to play for the Congo. So let me tell you first here, in very near future, we go see Congo rising as a top African football team because their top European players are returning home to play for the Congo. Yes. In the same manner, how we see Jamaica using English-based players and Curacao using Dutch-based players, European-based players, and are returning home to play for Congo. So don't be surprised if you see Congo, that's DRCongo, emerging as a powerhouse in African football. Don't be surprised because the European-based players are returning home. All right, back to Jamaica now. Again now, please in the comment section, please tell us who do you think should be the best candidate to coach the Reggae Boys for the playoffs in March. And that coach should start at the JFF to start looking at coaches like right now and to prepare for March. It's one last shot to go to the World Cup, and it's March, and it won't be an easy one. And to be frank, the playoff is more difficult than the group. Yes, because in the group, as one commentator said, we got a food for the poor group, a food for the poor group to qualify to the World Cup. And they know if the coach had intention to go to Trinidad for a draw, that's a big mistake on his part. Knowing that a draw in Trinidad, we have to win at home. And best bet to win at Trinidad and come for the draw at home and qualify. But the coach that I heard the coach said that they fear for myself. All right, but for those who don't in the playoff right now, the playoff could be more difficult than the group we got. The group we got was Suriname, Jamaica, Trinidad, and Bermuda. But no, we are going to across region now. We have one from Asia, one from South America, and one from Oceania, and two from the region. And again, Iraq ranked 60th in the world, Congo ranked 56th in the world, Jamaica ranked 70th in the world, Bolivia ranked 76th in the world, Suriname ranked 121st in the world, and Caledonia ranked 148th. And based on the new structure of the playoff now, Iraq and Congo are the top ranked teams in the playoff. And those teams will not play in the semifinals. They got a bye to the finals. And then now they have a draw to see who Jamaica will play. So Jamaica could play either Bolivia, Suriname, or New Caledonia. And it's a one-match knockout. If you lose, you're out. So this group, this setup is more difficult than the group we got to go to the World Cup. So now we need a good coach to take us through this more difficult playoff than the group stage in the World Cup. For those who don't understand, it's not like when Trinidad play and get a one match and go through. No, it's been changed. Last time Trinidad went to the playoff, they play Bahrain on a home and away basis, and Trinidad won a two-leg tie and advanced to the World Cup. But now, for next year World Cup, the playoff is a different setup. 6 teams going for 2 places. Yes, 6 teams going for 2 places. And the top 2 teams now for those places are Iraq and Congo. Iraq and Congo are the favorites. So that means if Jamaica we look at a soup draw early say against New Caledonia. They may have to play either Iraq or Congo in one of those semi-finals. And based on how things look right now, it look like Iraq and Congo are the top 2 teams to go to the World Cup. It's a strong possibility that Jamaica could not make it. Yes. Strong possibility that Jamaica could not make it to the World Cup. We got a soup draw earlier. A soup draw. If you drew with if we lost 2-0 to Curacao, if that match end up in a draw, we'll be in the World Cup now. But we lost 2-0 to Curacao in Curacao. And then now could beat them at home. If you have been Trinidad in Trinidad, we have now in the World Cup with this draw. So right now, we're in a playoff where we might can't go to the World Cup. We have to beat either Iraq or Congo. And Congo is now, and the same way all Suriname, the same way all Curacao is emerging as a powerhouse in the Caribbean, is the same way Congo is emerging as a powerhouse in Africa. So if you can't beat an emerging powerhouse in the Caribbean, how do you beat an emerging powerhouse in Africa? Because Africa, I said to you earlier, they're European-based players from England, Spain, France, and Germany are returning back to play for Congo. So right now, the playoffs for Jamaica is more difficult than the soup draw we get in the World Cup qualifying zone against Curacao, Trinidad, and Bermuda. But now, you have Iraq, Congo, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. And only 2 teams from that 6 group will qualify. And this is it. 1 loss and you're out. Straight knockout. 1 game, 1 loss, you're out. And we're going to play in Mexico, in Guadalajara. But luckily for us, that we play in the Azteca, because we don't play good at high altitude. And that favors Bolivia, who beat Brazil in Bolivia at high altitude. We're going to play in Guadalajara on the flat, at sea level. That's good side there for Jamaica at this moment. So it's a bad side for Bolivia, but good for Jamaica, because it's at sea level, not at high altitude, like in Bolivia or in the Azteca. We'll play in Guadalajara. That's the good side for Jamaica. But that's not all. You have to play to win all the games. 1 lose, out. If it's a draw, regular, shootout, and that's it. So now, Jamaica needs a good coach. A good coach at this point in time to really take the team to the next level. So people are calling for Whitmore to be the coach. Heard call for Rudolph Speed. Heard call for Whitmore, Speed, and also Craig Butler. So tell us in the comment section now, who do you think should coach Reggae Boys in this scenario? Who do you think should coach Reggae Boys going forward? Should they call back on Whitmore? Should they call back for Whitmore to be Jamaica's coach in this segment? Wow.
Your connections to the past are waiting.
Should they call Whitmore to be the new coach of the Reggae Boys? Or should they call another English-based coach? Should they call back Rene Simoes? Or should they call back Johnny Barnes? Or should they go for a South American coach? Or should they stick with a local coach? Well, we saw where Brazil, for the first time in their history, had drawn for an overseas coach, Ancelotti. And again, no football country, no country has won the World Cup with a foreign coach. But this time, Brazil opted to go for a foreign coach. If Brazil win the World Cup next year, it will be history. And the first team to win 6 World Cups and the first to win with a foreign coach. Let's see if that will be a reality for Brazil. But now, in Jamaica now, right now, Jamaica need a good coach. A good coach right now to go to this playoffs, because it's more difficult than if we had a good coach in this qualifier. We will be in the World Cup right now. But he can make some blunders, as we all see. And if this is true, that's a blunder. If he said that in Trinidad, he went for a draw. If that is so, that's a big blunder on his part. Knowing the parameters that a draw against Trinidad will put you under pressure at home against Curacao. For those who don't understand that whole thing, if Jamaica had won in Trinidad, we come to match last night only did a draw to go to the World Cup. But because we drew in Trinidad, we come now to Jamaica, have to win. So if we won Trinidad game, we come to Jamaica now, last time we don't need a draw. So if Steve McCarron really said that he wanted a draw in Trinidad, that's a big blunder on his side. He should go there for get all 3 points. Because Curacao is no walkover. As we all know, we have our English-based players, they had the Dutch-based players. And again, it's the team had no structure, it had no formation, it was not a team, there was 11 players, play like 11 individuals. They don't see a structure in Jamaican team. Over the years, we don't see they're not playing into a culture. Jamaican culture is speed and strength. And kick and run long ball like England. And if you can't get a coach who can build on what we have naturally, it'll be a problem. Brazil's strength is about technique, accurate passes. Jamaica is about speed and strength. So the team should be built around our natural characteristics for our national team. And I heard, and again, in the game against Trinidad, Jamaica got a penalty. When I saw it, when I saw it last night against Whisper, looked to me like a clear foul. Referee went to the VAR and they said no penalty. That's a bone of contention for Jamaica going forward. And also, we hit the post twice and the crossbar once in that game. So I don't know what next now for Jamaica right now. Tell us in the comment section who do you think should be a new coach for Jamaica. Tell us. Because Jamaica right now need a coach like yesterday. Because March is around the corner. March is around the corner. And we need to at least have a good thing in hand now so we can qualify for the World Cup in March. We already botched our first chance. This is like a second chance to make up for what we didn't do in the first round. Again, 6 teams in the playoff: Iraq, Congo, Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. And New Caledonia look like is a weak team in the 6. Just like how Bermuda was a weak team in the group of qualifiers for Jamaica. So Jamaica have to beat like either Bolivia. The first round, actually, the first knockout for us, it could be Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. But that's an issue. The Iraq and the Congo are strong teams. And we can say if we can beat Caribbean teams, and these teams are above the Caribbean level, Iraq and the Congo. So I said this playoff is more difficult than the qualifiers. So now we need a good coach to get us through these qualifiers and take us to Mexico, USA, and Canada World Cup next year. We need that. What's your thoughts in the comment section about this one? Give us your thoughts there in the comment section. What do you think about Jamaica's chances of going to the World Cup based on this playoff right now? Because we already botched the qualification. That's no pass. And focus now on going now to the playoff now. The focus now on the playoff. What's done last night can't be undone. Penalty didn't award. No use because that can't be undone. The focus now for Jamaica now must find a good coach who can take us through this qualifiers and go to World Cup in 2026 in USA, Mexico, and Canada. That's the focus now. Look at Haiti. Haiti got a group against Central American's team, and Haiti topped the group. Unlike Nigeria, where no fufu call about Obia. No ridiculous talk about Obia. Like what the coach in Nigeria said when they lost to Congo. ignoring the fact that Nigerian team had their internal issues, including late pay, lack of pay, and strikes and standoff with the association. And it affected team on the pitch against Congo. And Congo capitalized on that and beat them in shootout. And again, as I said to you earlier, Congo's European-based players are not playing for Congo. And I tell you again, I say it again, don't be surprised if Congo begin to emerge as a powerhouse in African football. Don't be surprised. Remember, I said it here first. I said it here first last. I said it earlier when Jamaica get a draw. But they say it's not really a soup draw, you know, because Curacao is a good team. He said Curacao is an emerging team. It's not Trinidad, it's not Trinidad. Curacao is emerging team. I said it earlier before the qualifier started that Curacao is the team to watch. Not Trinidad, Curacao. People laughed. Yes, people laugh. And they say, all right, keep on laughing. But don't take your eyes off Curacao. Remember I told you so. And it played out just that way. Curacao don't become our thorn in our flesh. They knocked us out of the World Cup directly. But no, a second chance is here now. A second chance is here now for us to at least try and go to that World Cup. And before the match even gone halfway, the cars were allowed for McLaren to go. The cars were allowed for McLaren to go. So when he resigned as head coach, someone say it's a blessing in disguise, because Jamaica team had no structure, no formation, like 11 players playing on the pitch. Not a team. We didn't see a team. We saw 11 good players, but no teamwork, no team chemistry, no cohesion, nothing. Just individuals out there doing their own thing. And what Jamaica need now is a coach to get 11 players with the chemistry to unite and look like a team on the pitch. And again, can I say too often, for those who might not understand that the playoff is more difficult than the qualifying round. Yes, more difficult. And trust me, we need a good coach to get us through that phase of the tournament. And hopefully, can go to World Cup, not just win down 3 games and come home, but at least try to go to the other round. In France, that was for us. Just went there, played 3 games and came back home. Whitmore scored two beautiful goals, and Robbie Earl scored the first goal for Jamaica. That's good memory for Jamaica. But now, I think the aim should be that just to go to the World Cup. To go there at least make a statement, at least the second round. If we can get a good coach who can build over 3 months, not a long time. No November, December, January, February, about 4 months or 3 months to get things right. Say about 3 months to get things right. That's not a lot of time in football. But Jamaica have about 3 months to get things together, find a coach, put together, and hopefully the team can gel, at least try and at least qualify. But to be practical now, as I said to you earlier, the draw is the draw that made us yet. I think the draw will be about Thursday. We'll have the draw. Yes, we'll have the draw. But right now we don't know the 6 teams who in the qualifiers. But the draw that they made, all we know so far that Iraq and Congo will not be playing in the advance to the finals playoff game automatically, because they are the top ranked team in the qualifiers. Iraq ranked number 68 in the world, Congo 56, and Jamaica ranked 78. So Jamaica, Congo, and Iraq will not play in the first round of the qualifiers. They go advance to final directly. So you have Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and Caledonia. We're playing off. And the two winners from these 4 matches will play Iraq and Congo. And from that last 4 games, the top 2 will go to the World Cup. So the luck of the draw is also important. For Jamaica's sake, right? Nobody can control it's the luck of the draw now. So we gave away a chance. So they don't depend on luck of the draw to advance. In the first round of this draw, we are praying that Jamaica could draw against New Caledonia, No disrespect to any team, because based on paper now, they are the weakest team in the group based on paper. It's like how Bermuda was the weakest in the group, and it proved to be so because they lost all 4 games. They had scored 3 goals and conceded 23 in 4 games. So that shows that how weak the team is. No disrespect, but just talking in reality. In this group of 6, New Caledonia is ranked at number 148 in the world. Jamaica ranked 78th. Suriname 121. Bolivia 76. Congo 56. Iraq 60. Alright? So for Jamaica's sake now, hopefully the draw, for me, I love to see Jamaica play New Caledonia for that draw. Right? Just for the draw. Just for the luck of the draw now. And then though, I'm expecting that Jamaica to beat New Caledonia. And then now, in the other round now, in the finals now, I expect to play, I would say, Iraq. Iraq, in my view, it is easier for Jamaica to beat Iraq than to beat Congo. So hopefully, luck will be on Jamaica's side, and they draw New Caledonia and then play Iraq. It'll be easier. If we play Bolivia in the first round, chances are we might can't get by Bolivia, because they play in a tough South American group. Bolivia, their group is tough. It's very tough. Because they play against Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Colombia, and those teams in their zone. So they're coming out of a very tough group than the Caribbean group. Yes, they play against world champions Argentina, and the great Brazil, Colombia. Those teams they played against in their group, and they finished 7th overall, 7th in that group. That's why they're in the playoff. That's Bolivia team, and they beat Brazil once at high altitude. So Bolivia is no walkover against Jamaica. Suriname, say Jamaica plays Suriname or New Caledonia, it would be a blessing for Jamaica. Or I prefer them play New Caledonia in this one, but you have no control over that. It's just the luck of the draw. So no, Jamaica don't rely on the luck of the draw to go to World Cup. And luck run both ways, good or bad. Luck can favor you or against you. So Jamaica now, luck of the draw, hope they play New Caledonia in the first round. And then now, if they get by that team, they'll play Iraq. And if they beat Iraq now, we go to the World Cup alongside Congo. But I'm seeing Congo in the World Cup. The only team I can see will make it for this group is Congo. I'm saying Congo will go to the World Cup. Congo will go. But for the other 5, it's up for grabs. But Congo should go to the World Cup from the qualifiers. But now, Jamaica beat Iraq and qualify for the World Cup. If they get Iraq and don't get Congo, that's another draw. So again, the playoffs is more difficult than the actual zone. The draw, as one brother said online, we get a food for the poor draw and botched it. And I support it. We botch food for the poor draw. Look at a charity draw in the World Cup and make a mess of it. I have to agree, because I remember I was in Jamaica, and I said to President Mike Rickett that Jamaica now qualifies now. Jamaica should go to World Cup, and he said yes, but most teams now will start playing better because of that, and it proved to be so true, because Curacao came to the fore. And I said to you earlier that I told President of Curacao would be a force in this group, and they laughed, said not Trinidad but Curacao, and it proved just to be like that. So now the playoffs is what you have to look forward to. The playoffs. And it's going to be really tough for Jamaica in this one. Tough for Jamaica in this one. And It will be really a tough one for Jamaica on this one. So again, asking personal to just get the facts that just get to the reality that Jamaica will know in a tough playoff. Right? Be no walkover like the group we watched earlier against Curacao, Trinidad, and Suriname. Sorry, and Bermuda. You know, it was basically a easy food for the poor charity group that we botched on the way to the World Cup. But when the coach said that it was Trinidad for a draw, that to me is a big blunder, and that to me what cost Jamaica to be in the spot right now in a playoff instead of being in the World Cup. We saw Curacao celebrating in Jamaican change room, and Jamaican fans are left disgruntled to see that over 30,000 Jamaican fans came to cheer Jamaica in the World Cup, now to be condemned to wait for a playoff, while 100,000 from Curacao came and celebrating that they're in the World Cup for the first time, and they become the smallest country. Yes, the smallest country to qualify for the World Cup. That's Suriname. That's Curacao, the smallest country to qualify for the World Cup. That's a big plus for them. And them being there is a plus for football in the Caribbean. That's a good sign. That Curacao in the World Cup is a good sign for the Caribbean. But the fans in Jamaica, it's not good. They want Jamaica to be there, which is understandably. But still, we have a slim chance of going there. A slim chance of going there. And again, the chance can make better or worse based on the luck of the draw. Yeah? So when you're down to luck of the draw, it can work for us or against us. We have to hope that the draw that we get can work for us. As I said to you earlier, New Caledonia will be a good draw for Jamaica in the first match. You know, win that match now, in my view, it's best we play Iraq and not Congo. If we play Congo, I would say Jamaica is out. And Jamaica need to create an upset to beat Congo in this game. If we draw Congo, we are out. That's my view. Not take back the talk. And then we have to play or have to upset Congo. But I am more confident we can beat Iraq than Congo. So we have to wait and see how that one will work out between Congo, Iraq, Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. In Mexico, the place called Guadalajara for that playoff there in that encounter. So Jamaicans disappointed at the office that they didn't qualify, and again the pitch was not in the best of conditions, and that also worked against English-based players who are used to good pitches back in Europe. So the pitch again work in favor of the Curacao team. At one point, when I was watching the match, it looked as though that is Curacao that wanted to draw and not us. But they were attacking that they want to win. They were attacking us more than we were attacking them. And the praise that it was they who wanted to win and not us. So we were outplayed in that game. I think it was outplayed in that game by the Trinidad team, by the Curacao team. Yes, we're outplayed in that game. So we can find the match stats for that game there, and see how badly we played in that game against Curacao. So trying to find the match stats here and the game overview and the match stats. Can't find that stats at all. You can find it on the FIFA side. You see there, Jamaica full time, Curacao nil, Jamaica nil. And so Jamaica football team, known as the Reggae Boys, is currently preparing for the Interconfederation, yes, playoffs in March of 2026 after failing to qualify or to secure a spot directly to the World Cup. The team was searching for a new head coach following the resignation of Steve McLaren. Indeed. After a nil draw against Curacao inside Jamaica's National Stadium, the team must now compete in the Interconfederation playoffs of a chance to qualify for the World Cup. And Steve McLaren resigned as head coach, leaving that position vacant. All right, and the other result then Jamaica played for November 18. Jamaica and Curacao played to a nil scoreline, November 18. And before that, November 13, Jamaica and Trinidad played to a 1-all scoreline. Yes. October 14, we beat Curacao by 4-0. Yes. 4-0 against Curacao. And October 10, Curacao beat us 2-0. And that was when the campaign took a nosedive. After winning Trinidad, after winning to Curacao and lost that game by 2-0. And on September 9, we beat Trinidad and Tobago at 2-0. And then June 10, before that, we beat Guatemala 3-0 to qualify for that last group. And Jamaica has some good players. Yes, in that group, look at Andre Blake, experienced goalkeeper and the captain. We have Leon Bailey, who was injured for this game, attacking known for his speed and skill. Mikel Antonio, remember, he was in a car accident and out for quite a while now. And for the strong club Claret in England, we have Ethan Pinnock, who's a key defender. Damari Gray, winger, experience in Europe. Bobby, Decalova Reed, attacking midfield player. And the team history at Jamaica, as you all know by now, made only one appearance in the World Cup, which was in 1998. And they lost all 3 games. No, they lost 2 at group stage, and they beat Japan 2-0 in a game of academic interest, where a bit more got those goals. So again, Jamaica is still has a lot to do right now to get back on form for the World Cup. Jamaica have a lot to do, a lot of work to do if they is to qualify from the group stage. If they were to qualify from the knockout stage of the World Cup. So the full-time score again: Jamaica 0 and Curacao 0. That encounter. And you can look at more matches in the group. And they know so Curacao secure historic World Cup berth. So the final round of CONCACAF qualifiers, where Curacao secure their World Cup berth and now qualify for the World Cup for the first time in their history, and denying Jamaica a second time to qualify. Haiti qualify for the second time. They qualified the second time since 1974, and Trinidad didn't make it this time around. So Haiti is the first Caribbean team to qualify for two World Cups. And Trinidad did one. Jamaica now could make it a second time, but depends on the early luck of the draw and how well they play. And they get a good coach this time around. And they might just able to get this one and go through. Alrighty. So tough for Jamaica. Yeah man, tough for Jamaica. Tough for Jamaica. So it's tough for Jamaica to swallow. They came out in their numbers like they did in 98 just to celebrate. And this time around, no public holiday. And they're hoping that Andrew Hollis will declare public holiday. What's up, Intriguing Colors? Thanks for joining us. What's your take on Jamaica's failed bid to qualify for the World Cup? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, give us your take on that one. Jamaica's failed bid to qualify for the World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada. And again, Jamaica just failed there. As I said earlier, we have a tough playoff, really tough playoff there this time. And this playoff is tougher than even the zone we got in the World Cup. So it's gonna be tough, and the fans were not so pleased with McLaren's tactics or lack of tactics, so to speak. But what is still shocking to me when I heard person say that he said that it was a Trinidad for a draw. That's shocking to me, and that shows me that is that on top of things. I should go to Trinidad, try to get the win, and then now make it easier for us here because we will Trinidad we only do 1-0 with 5 minutes to go, and then now we ended 1-1, and that 1-1 draw in Trinidad really put that further dent in us going to the cup directly. In France, in France 98, when we played Mexico out here, we need that draw to qualify. Both teams needed draw to qualify, and Mexico and Jamaica played on the last scoreline, and the celebration and there was a celebration. That time it was a tougher group in that time. Now we get a soup group. As one member said on social media, a food for the poor group to qualify from, a charity group to qualify from. And we botched that situation. And come back now to coaching. Come back to coaching. And again now, Jamaica need to get a good coach now. Say take a good coach to try and make amends for these tough qualifiers. And we got a soup draw earlier, and now we have depend on luck of the draw to save us right now. Because if we draw, I said to you earlier, repeating here, I'm hoping that we can draw New Caledonia in the first round. No disrespect to any country, but New Caledonia, we draw against them, and then hopefully in the last 4 knockout, we don't draw Congo, we draw Iraq. What I'm hoping, but just hoping that's be the best for Jamaica right now. So we really can depend on the luck of the draw to save us. After we botched a charity group, or some say a food for the poor group, we got earlier to qualify from, and we make a mess of that situation there at the office and also in Trinidad, in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Tough spill to swallow for this one here. Tough to swallow for this one. Yes, tough. But what can we say when we didn't make use of the opportunities? And then we saw the coach now tendering his resignation after that loss. Well, what can we say again here? What can we say? What can we say? And I'm trying to find this. I didn't get the stats. I can't find the stats on the game, because based on what I saw in that game, that appears as if we were outplayed by Curacao. But trying to find the stats on that game, and for some reason I cannot find the stats at all. I have to go directly to the FIFA site to find the stats, to see the total the stats. Now I'll have the stats of this game, but somehow I couldn't find the stats for morning. I can't understand why I can't find the stats. The stats on that game. Jamaica against Curacao. The match stats. match, yeah. Can't find that at all. The match starts for the game to see who had the better off play in that encounter. What if it's Jamaica or so the teams that have qualified so far for the World Cup, and they are Canada, as a host team, Mexico, USA, all qualified, Japan, New Zealand, all qualified, Argentina, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Jordan, Australia, Brazil, Ecuador, Uruguay, Colombia, Paraguay, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, Algeria, Ghana, Cape Verde, South Africa, Qatar, England, Saudi Arabia, Ivory Coast, Senegal, France, Croatia, Norway, Netherlands, Germany, Spain, Belgium, Switzerland, Scotland, Austria, Haiti, yes, there, Panama, Curacao. And you have 40 leave now from Europe to playoff and 2 from this playoff here. And among those are Italy. Yes, Italy is seen as one of the teams who might make it for the playoff. Italy is there as well in the playoff. So Italy could be a team to make it in the playoff. They're not there as yet, but many expect Italy to advance from the playoff. So long way to go for more teams. But it's a two-way playoff between in Europe for those teams, a two-way playoff, but not so in the region. It will be good because this is not across continent. It's across continent. Europe plays in their own, but this one is open to Africa, South America, and Africa and CONCACAF, not to Europe. So Europe plays against themselves only. So if this is a CONCACAF tournament playoff, to be Jamaica against Suriname, a two-way leg and win advance. But no, not that at all. Because you have one African team, one team from Oceania, one from Asia, and 2 from CONCACAF, and they're Jamaica and Suriname. Africa, Congo, Iraq is from Asia, Bolivia, South America, and Suriname and New Caledonia is from Oceania. So it's a cross continent now for this one, a cross continent for this particular one. So no European teams will involve in this playoff. And it's more difficult for Jamaica. If European teams was there. And again, the stories continue as Curacao, yes, become the smallest nation to qualify for the World Cup. Mm-hmm. And not much more so. We'll wind down this broadcast here for today and just now as reflect on what to come in the very near future. As we said, as recapping what we said earlier, that Jamaica, for those who did not know, recapping now, Jamaica, Steve McLaren, Jamaica's head coach, has resigned as head coach of the Reggae Boys, and the replacement is up for grabs. And again, for us recapping here, we spoke about the playoff, and this will be held in March in Guadalajara in Mexico. And the 6 teams in the playoffs are Iraq, Congo, Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. And the highest ranked, no, the highest ranked teams in the playoff, and those two teams are Iraq, ranked 60th in the world, and Congo, ranked 56th in the world. Those two teams will not go into the early round. They advance directly to the playoff finals. So Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia will be playing each other, and the two winners will play either Iraq or Congo, and it's a straight knockout. So yes, Iraq and Congo will not be in the early qualified of the round. They'll go directly to the finals of the playoff, awaiting the winners of Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, and New Caledonia. From those 4 teams, the 2 winners will play Congo and Iraq, and then the 2 winners will advance to the World Cup. That's it for the playoff. And again, I said to you earlier, hoping that Jamaica will play New Caledonia and Iraq in those playoffs, because again, the luck of the draw is important for Jamaica to at least go to the World Cup. All right, so I'm Dudley Thompson, and that's how we come to the end of this quick update on the football, Jamaican Sports Spectrum. Next time we're here, we're talking netball, and just to look at us to give it the post-mortem of the fun netball extravaganza that we carried live on this channel over there in Florida. A good one there for you. And coming up next year maybe in April, May, we could be in Jamaica. Yeah, man. For a netball rally there in Jamaica, possibly at JPS Sports Club in Jamaica 8 Upper Hope Road. That is in the pipeline. And also we could be we could be at the World Cup in Boston. You know, some update, not on the matches, but on the team and the head to those games in Boston. All right, so we're this channel now. We are trying to give you sports from around the globe. So these are that in the pipeline for now. So until then, have yourselves a wonderful day, and keep locked to us here inside Sports Spectrum here on WD TV. Again, like, share, subscribe, and thanks for your company. And see you next time. Bye bye for now.